The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Right back to him on first down.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down. But you look at this defense.
This unit currently 7th in the NFL, Charles, in stopping the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator, because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the #1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
2nd and 6. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
And this is an offense that's #1 in the NFL in rushing, and you know that has to be the focus of any game plan defensively. But they can throw it, too, as evidence right there. And they move the chains here on this opening drive.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll drop to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
60 Mavericks. Let's go now. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal.
Here we go. Here we go.
Looks like they'll move things around here.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there.
With his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Lumberjacks are on the board first here this afternoon.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Now a first carry here for their running back. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
First and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Here's Walker. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on first and goal. Trying the left side with Walker. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. They'll roll him out right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Dragons respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And, Charles, you look at these two teams, these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession, as they've got it with a third down coming up.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Let's go. Mustang 19. Bronco switch. Bronco switch. Go.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's well executed there on third down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards for number 11.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
Yeah, they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up second and 12.
Here we go. Here we go. Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready?
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. A great play there. 31 yards. And his guys have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams.
Williams loses the football.
And it looks like the defense has got it.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. Rolling to his right.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
So many times I advocate not challenging coverage downfield, but on this play, I thought he made an excellent decision to actually do so. If that had been complete, that would have been one for the highlight reel.
Second and 10.
Right here. Here we go, set. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 18 Raptor, 18 Raptor.
On play action, they'll throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Ready up.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Warrior 70, Hawk 70, Hawk.
They'll set up a throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
And his kick here is good.
So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he comes back with one complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. They'll look to throw again. Looking middle, and that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Here's a quick throw right side, and he gets into the end zone for the touchdown from 6 yards away.
And the Dragons are back within a score.
And now it's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. Well, call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. But the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Let's go. 19 Lions.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Check.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off.
Then he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin first.
This is caught inside the 15. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A big play there. 52 yards.
And the Dragons are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They'll look to throw.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They're going to look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gutierrez. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
hands it off out of the gun.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Now this aired out deep for Reed.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown! Jaden Reed in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Lumberjacks have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. 1 second, all that remains.
He's going to float this one deep right side.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half. But when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. In motion, the tight end. They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. He'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back to throw again. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. He'll drop to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead. Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
56 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. That one goes for 8 yards.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
Still going inside the 20.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 20 on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point attempt to come here. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
And I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. He's going to look deep down the field.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield.
Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if he's got
a man complete. And touchdown. A great play there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year.
And the Dragons are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. And now an audible here into something else.
They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Escapes the defender.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
19 Lions. Go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gutierrez. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
That last throw moves him past 27,989 yards for his career, so that means he moves ahead of the blonde bomber, Terry Bradshaw, on the all-time list.
And boy, he loved to throw it downfield, didn't he? That's why he was the blonde bomber. Remember, he'd throw it downfield to John Stallworth and Lynn Swann? It was gorgeous. Big throws, big plays. Terry Bradshaw.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it second down. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Now 2nd and 5.
Go.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut.
There he goes again.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Come on, set, ready,
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This offense so far on third down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's DJ Turner. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Third and 19.
18, Pioneer. Let's go now. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Looking to throw.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Set. Go.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2nd and 9 now. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Right back to him on 1st down. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Now 1st and goal.
Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
The situation changes a bit now. 1st and goal from back at the 10. He's back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Dragons are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
19 tight. 19 tight. 70 Timberwolves. Ready now?
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
And now they'll shift things around.
Cowboy 80.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. He's got it to the 43 here. Here's a 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Here now, 3rd down.
Riggs. 19 Lions. 70 Ranger.
He'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. And it'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first.
Oh, what a play. You got to use one of those timeouts.
And now they're going to get the timeout. A huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to win. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. 2 for 2 on the afternoon, and a third would win it. And his kick is good. He knocks through his third field goal of the game, and this one is